I am a man of grand ideas, born from freedom's fire, a preacher of a dream, a builder of empires. But somewhere between the mountains and the plains, the man I thought I was dissolved into stains. I spoke of liberty, of a life unbound, where men could be kings and peace could be found. But the world's gears grind, cruel and sharp-edged, and my vision was buried where compromise bled. They said I was a father, a guide in a storm, but how do you lead when the trail is worn, when trust frays thin and doubt takes root? How long can a man stand before he must shoot? My best friend, a brother, a son, my family, I saw the questions in your eyes toward the end. You wanted truth, but I had none to give, for my truth became lies so I could live. And the devil on my shoulder was a whisperer of poisoned words, fed the cracks in my mind like hungry birds. His praise felt sweet, though sour to the core, a demon's counsel I foolishly adored. The world outside mocked what I tried to create, called my rebellion folly, my vision innate, but they didn't see the dream, pure, untamed, where men live for themselves, not shackled or maimed. Yet, as my thoughts grew tangled, my plans astray, I found the dream slipping further away. The chaos crept in, a rot in my soul, turning gold to ashes, leaving me less than whole. I saw them falter, my family, my creed, and instead of love, I planted greed. The camp once alive with laughter and song, now echoed with whispers of where I'd gone wrong. Is it madness to believe in something so pure, when the world offers cynicism as the only cure? Or is it madness to destroy all you've made in a desperate gamble to keep fear at bay? I see my own shadow reflected in blood, a river of failure, a mounting flood. But still, I smile, I charm, I preach, knowing the shores of my dream are out of reach. I am Dutch van der Linde, the man, the myth, the ghost, a leader who led with lies the most. Caught between the dreamer and the charlatan's grin, a man with no place, lost within. So call me villain or hero or fool, mark my life by the tyranny I used as my tool. For in the end, I am neither angel nor fiend, but a man with a vision that rotted unseen.
I once wore conviction like a tailored coat, a rebel's creed stitched into every note. The world was broken, I thought I could mend, but now I see even dreams must end. There was a time when my voice was a fire, when every word lit hearts with desire. I spoke of freedom, a land for the free, but my vision, it seems, was a cage for me. This world, ever-changing, has passed me by, and I stand here now, asking myself why. Why did the family I built turn to dust? Why did their faith crumble into mistrust? Oh, how could the ones I loved so much fall? They were my compass, my conscience, my call. But I pushed too hard, I twisted too deep, and now their ghost is all I keep. The ideals I carried, so noble, so grand, now feel like sand slipping through my hand. I see now, too late, they were a disguise, a veil to cover my fears and lies. I fought for freedom, or so I believed, but perhaps it was power I truly conceived. A man of the people, a hero of song, no, just a fool who couldn't belong. The world is changing, I see it clear, automobiles hum, where horses reared. The law grows stronger, the wild fades, and I am a relic in the new charades. This life I lived was a fantasy spun, a tale of justice where the villains won. The family I cherished, the plans we made, now lie buried in the choices I betrayed. I thought I could lead, I thought I could guide, but I failed to see the rot inside. The cracks in my vision, the weight of my pride, turned my rebellion into a hollow ride. Now I'm left with a world I don't know, where the rivers I crossed no longer flow. My ideals are dead, my time has passed, and I am a shadow that cannot last. I don't belong in this new parade where men trade bullets for suits and spades, where the wild is tamed and the outlaws fall, and freedom bends to the money's call. What am I now but a ghost in the haze, a man out of time, lost in a maze. I don't want this world, it's not for me. I long for the wild, for the dream to be free. But the dream is gone, its embers cold, and I am left with the truth untold. That Dutch Vander Linde was never the man he thought himself with his grandiose plan. I see it now in the quiet of dusk, that all I've built has turned to rust. The family, the freedom, the fight, the cause, just fleeting moments now swallowed by loss. I was a man who dared to dream, but dreams like rivers run to a stream. And now with nothing but the night's embrace, I vanish quietly out of this place.
The world is a tree with branches of iron, its fruit, a mix of the sweet and the dire. I was born as a good apple, my mother would say, but even the purest can start to decay. She'd cup my face with hands weathered and kind, her voice a soft echo that steadied my mind. Don't lose yourself, no matter the cost. Even in darkness, a soul's never lost. Yet here I stand, teetering between, a man torn by what's heard and unseen. The laws that bind, the rules that control, feel less like justice, more a cage for my soul. I've obeyed, I've tried, I've walked the straight line, yet failure clings like rust to the spine. The world rewards those who lie and cheat, while those with honor fall beneath its feet. Still, there are faces that beg me to stay, whispers of love that cut through the gray. Friends who see light where I see none. Family who swears I'm not the spoiled one, but faith is a weight I no longer can bear. To trust is to gamble with wounds laid bare. For every kind word, there's a dagger behind. For every warm heart, there's a colder mind. I've tasted betrayal, its bitterness raw, felt the sting of love twisted to a flaw. It's easier, isn't it, to let the rot in, to harden your heart and live without sin? I stare at myself, this apple gone dark. The shine of my youth now dulled and stark. Is it my fault? Did I bruise too fast? Or was I fated to wither, to never outlast? The laws of this world, oh, they don't care whether I climb or stumble in despair. Succeed if you must, but fail if you will. The system stands silent, indifferent, still. Yet in the quiet, I hear her voice, a faint reminder, a gentle choice. You're not the rot, you're not the stain. You're just a man fighting through pain. And so I linger, caught in the fight, between surrender and the flicker of light. A good apple, she said, though cracks run deep. I pray her words are a promise I'll keep. For love still waits, even as doubt grows tall, a hand to catch me if I should fall. Perhaps the world isn't all stone and tar. Perhaps I'm not lost, just bruised where I are. Bad apples, they say, don't turn back to gold, but maybe my story has yet to be told. So I'll stand in the shadow, hoping to find that goodness remains, though it feels left behind.
We are apples born of the same tree, hanging in the orchard of humanity. Some of us gleam in the sunlight's grace, while others wear a hidden face. The good ones, they shine, bruised though they be from storms and falls, still clinging to the tree, scarred by winds and battered by rain, yet their sweetness endures through the pain. You'll find them in hands that lift, not take, in hearts that mend what others break. They hold their worth unspoiled, whole, unyielding truth within their soul. But then there are those polished and bright, deceptive in their beauty in the softest light. Their skin glows red, a tempting hue, but beneath lies rot unseen, untrue, a worm of greed, a seed of hate, growing unseen until it's too late. They seem so perfect, so lovely, so pure, but their darkness is one no sweetness can cure. We've all bitten into that tempting fruit, only to taste the bitterness at its root. It whispers that beauty is all you need, while the core festers with a selfish creed. But oh, the good apples, they take the blow, bruised and battered, yet they still grow. Their sweetness doesn't fade with time. It deepens, matures, a taste sublime. And isn't that how people are? Some glow steady like a guiding star, while others hide their rot within, masked by charm, concealing sin. We've met them all in life's orchard wide, the steadfast hearts and those who lied, the ones who love, the ones who take, the ones who heal, the ones who fake. The lesson is not in the fruit we see, but in the roots of the apple tree. What nourished them, what made them whole, what planted goodness or stole their soul. So when you meet an apple bruised and worn, don't discard it as something forlorn. It may have fallen, weathered the strife, but its heart could be sweeter than anything in life. And when you find one too perfect, too grand, look deeper before you take it in hand, for beauty's skin can be a lie, hiding the rot that makes goodness die. We are apples, each one a story, of pain, of joy, of fleeting glory. And whether we shine or crumble apart depends on the truth we hold in our heart.